So whenever we are trying to insert a component, right? So we have used different tools. Okay. For example, now here, if I try to insert a component, let's say from icon menu, if I place it here, right? So we have used this catalog data, right? By using just this lookup button. So from where this data is coming, right? So that will be the question in our mind. So this data is coming from the database. Okay. So for AutoCAD, basically it is configured with SS database, Microsoft SS database. So from the SS Microsoft database, this data is coming. Okay. So it is stored in that particular file. Okay. MDB. Okay. So if you want to make changes to that database, it is quite difficult, right? You need to use this. It's not installed in. I'm not able to see it. Hmm, Here it is. Microsoft SS database. Okay. So this is the tool actually which stores the data. Okay. In AutoCAD, but it is quite difficult to make changes into by using this particular user interface or that application directly, right? So for that, what AutoCAD has done, so they have given some interface, okay, graphical interface to make changes to the AutoCAD Electrical standard database, to make changes to the project database, catalog database, and PLC database. So we directly have user interfaces like this, right? Now, if you want to make changes to the catalog database, means this one, okay. So this is the one, catalog database. If you want to make changes to that catalog database, okay, so you can do it directly from here itself. If I want to make any changes to the catalog database, changes means what? If suppose the specific catalog information is not available in the database. For
Okay.
example, the Eaton manufacturer is not there, okay, or Allen Bradley manufacturer is not there. So how you can add that manufacturer's catalog into your library so that later on you can use it directly. Okay. So for that, you can make changes to the database directly by using this tool. So when you try to insert any component, right? Either you can go from here, otherwise there is another option right here, the catalog browser. So if you click on that, it will open this box, right? The catalog browser. So from here also we can make changes to the database entries. Okay, so suppose I want to add a new family for, let's say, fuses. Okay, so in fuses, if I want to make or if I want to add some entries, right? So what can I do? Now there is no result for the fuses, right? So if I search, you will find multiple records. So in this record, the specific manufacturer is not there, or the for a specific manufacturer, the catalog is not there. That particular catalog
Okay.
information is not there, and you are going to add that one, right? So to add that one, what you can do, you just simply need to click on this pencil, right? Edit
Okay.
catalog database. So if you click on this, at the end of all those records, you can make a new entry. So I just scroll it all at the end of this page, right? And here manually I can fill the details like catalog, then manufacturer detail, then description of that component. Okay. then type of that component, the voltage, right? The rating of that particular component, miscellaneous information, assembly codes if any, assembly list if any, right? User details, then text values, which will come for a rating, right? And the web link. So web link help full for the peoples who want to see the detailed information about that component. Okay. So let's say we will add one here. So I just use the same information. I just changed the last series number. Okay. So 1, 5, MB 53, 1879 M005. Okay, so instead of 5, I make it as a 6. The manufacturer name, I will put it as ABB. Same information I'm going to copy from here to here. Okay, then I'm going to have the same information from here to here. Okay, voltage also I keep it as the same. Ampere rating we can change it. Okay, instead of 250, let's make it as a 260. The miscellaneous information I'll copy paste. I'm not going to provide assembly code, no any other information. A rating. It was 260. We made it right. So 260. Okay, we missed the last E. Okay, I'm not going to copy this details. Okay. Is there anything? No, right?
No.
Based on the previous details, you can take a reference of previous detail and fill for the new component. Okay, so this is the entry which we have made. I just copied this number because later point I would like to see if it is coming for a component or not, right? For a fuses. So I just have selected this, right? And once you have given the details like catalog information, manufacturer, and description, I will add one thing over here. This is the custom, right? So I'll do dash. This is the custom component. Okay. So once the details have been filled by us, you just need to click on this tick mark, right? Accept
Yes.
changes. So the data is saved to the database. Okay. Now I'll just close this. And if I try to insert a component, which is a fuse, right?
Mm.
The fuse here. Right? Now, if I click on lookup and I'll try to find that catalog number, the one which I have copied. Now it is available to insert directly, right? This is the customer, CUEST. You can say simply OK and you can move ahead. Okay, got an idea what
Yes, sir.
this thing is?
Yes.
The catalog database. Okay. Then there is another database, AutoCAD Electrical database, which is nothing but AutoCAD Electrical standard database. So this is useful, or the database is been get used when you try to build a circuit, right? Hope we have learned the circuit builder tool, right?
Yes, sir.
So when we are dealing with this circuit builder, we are going to use configure. We are going to use that database. Okay. So for example, if I'm making a setup for the motor and if I click on this icon, the magnifier icon, it is taking us to this particular table. The table is of a motor, right? So here you are able to see the table is coming from where ACE electrical standards dot
Understand
MDB. Okay, so
that.
this is the extension for database. Okay,
Okay.
Microsoft Access database is the thing. And
Yes.
if you want to make changes to this database, okay, the one which you are able to see here, right? If you want to make
Yes.
changes to this table of a motor, so that can be done by making changes to this particular database. Again, if you want to make changes to that database, the one which we have discussed, AutoCAD Electrical database, that can be done from two places. Okay, one is directly you can edit the record from here as well. Okay, edit or add a records, and at the end you can add the new record. Okay, so this is the one way. The other way is you can close this, cancel. Okay, you need to reach the other tools panel. In other tools panel, if you click on this drop down, there is a small icon. Okay, so which will help us to make changes to the PLC database, electrical standard database, and schematic database file editor. Okay, so currently we are looking
Data.
for electrical standard database. So if I
Electric
click on
standards.
this, it will open this dialog box, electrical standard database editor, where we are having three options, right? One is IAC, the one which has been get used in the previous example which I have shown is the IAC, right? So if I open this IAC again, there are different options we are able to see, right? Motor IAC table is there, motor IMAP IAC is there, right? Different tables are there. So we are interested currently to make
Yes.
changes into this motor IAC table, right? So you just need to open this table by double clicking on it. So if you click double click on this table, it will open it to the right side. Okay, let me make it maximize it. Yeah, so the table has been opened here, right? Similar to the one which we have seen previously while dealing with the example, right? It has a column like a type,
Yes.
then the phase, voltage, speed, load, then unit, right? FLA, frequency, and a description at the end, right? So how you can make changes to that particular table? You just need to reach at the end of your table and you have to add a new entry over here.
Okay.
Okay, so let's make it as a single phase,
Yes.
single phase. Okay. The next thing is to give information about a phase, right? Okay, I need to go at bottom one, the voltage rating 240 volts, the speed, I'm not going to mention it. Okay, load, let's make it as a 7 HP, or let's make it as a 5 HP, right? Then FLA, let's make it as 25. The frequency 50 hertz, right? So I just added one entry over here and I can give a description. Okay, so this is the custom one, right? So we have added it. So the customized entry, or we have added the entry into the database because that kind of a motor is not available in the database. So we just added it. Okay. So once you have added
Yes.
entry, you need to save it. Okay, because you are able to see, right? There is a pencil symbol. So we are in editing mode, right?
Hmm.
Where it goes, the save button. Okay. So it is here. We are not able to see due to some graphic issues. Okay, so there is a close, there is a help, and there is a save button. Okay, so I'm going to use this save. So it says one or more tabs are modified. Do you wish to save current or all tabs? So basically, we have opened only one tab, but if there are multiple tabs open, multiple tabs means what? Multiple tables if you have opened for modification, then it is asking, would you like to save all the tables or you want to save only the current table? Okay, so here I can say save all, but there is only one table open. If I click on save all, so the table has been saved. Now here you are able to see there is no pencil, right? It means that this entry has been
Okay.
added to the database. Okay, later on you can
Great.
use that
Great.
entry. Similarly, there will be some more tables available in default. Again, motor is there. Most probably same table is there, which is in the IAC, the default one, right? Here also you can add the specific motor if you want to add. Okay, this is the IAC one. This is the default one. I'm just going to close this. I'm just going to close this. Okay. Okay, got an idea how you can make changes to this AutoCAD electrical standard database. Actually,
Database.
it's a standard database,
Yes, sir.
right? Okay, now first of all, we will focus on this PLC and then we will jump to
Mm,
this project
mm,
database. Okay. So actually,
mm.
project database is a specific to a particular project. This will helpful when you're like when you have completed a project of a client, and if you are delivering this to the client, so at that time there is a significance of project database. Till then, there is no significance while
Okay.
designing. But while sharing your project,
Okay.
then you are going to see or you are going to use
Yes.
this concept project database. Okay. So first of all, we will finish this PLC
Yes.
database.
Mhm.
So again, same thing. If the specific PLC module is not available, we already have seen, right, how to insert the PLC modules. Now, if the particular PLC module is not available in the database, then how we are going to add it into the database, and later point of view, we can see how we can utilize it, right? So to make changes to the PLC database editor, again, we are going to have the tool, which is at the same location, right? In the other tools panel, the very first one, right? The PLC database file editor. So this is actually GUI, which will help us to edit the database from AutoCAD itself. But we are making changes to the uh, SS Microsoft database. Okay. Now, once I clicked on that, we are able to see one table, PLC database file editor, right? So here we are able to see already available databases, right? Now, if you want to add one new manufacturer, right, or new module, what can we do? We can just simply click on this new module button, right? So if you click on this new module button, it will ask for the manufacturer name, it will ask for the series type, code, description, module type, right? So what can we do? We can take a reference, right, to make modifications. So let's go here. I will see ABB or Allen Bradley. We will try to make a copy of 1771 IED. Actually, this is the one which we have used in some of the demos, right? So I'm just going to click on a new module now, okay, because some of the details will come pre-filled, right? Now here we can erase this predefined manufacturer's details. Let's make it as okay. Mm, we will put it on your name. VRU. So spell is right. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Then
Correct.
series. The series we can keep same or we can make change to the series. Then we can change the type of series, right? So by default it is set to discrete because we are in discrete, but we can set it to the analog input. We can set it to analog output. Again, depending on the module, right? With us. Then the specific code to this, right? The 7.1 is given to this, then there should be a specific code like this. We are able to see 1771-IAD like this. Okay, so here let's make it as a 177 1 dash. Okay, let's make it as ABC. Then description about that module. Okay, let's make it as a 120 volt. The module type. Okay, module type is AC DC. So based on the modules. Okay, I will keep it blank for now. The addressing which we want to use. Otherwise, you can set to the prompt. So prompt will help us to choose the addressing in the runtime when you are inserting this particular module. Okay, otherwise you can set some defaults too, but it's better way to go for prompt. Okay, then the rating. Then how many number of terminals you would like to have in your PLC module, right? So here we are able to see that. So by default it's set to 8, but we can make changes to this, right? Once we are done with this, just click on OK. Now the new entry is being added here. If we see, right, there is a new entry. Rushank, in that there is a series, right? In that series, we are able to see the type, and in the type there is a code, and we have 8 terminals over here. Now currently all terminals are blank. Now we
Okay.
need to set what is this terminal used for? What is this terminal is used for? Okay, we need to set their type based on our requirement as like this. If I open this one, Alan Bradley, if I open this IAD, right, we are able to see the very first terminal is used for module information, terminal point wire left, right? Then terminal point wire left, terminal point wire left. So these will help us to connect wire from the left side. Okay, this one is input point wire left. Okay, these are simple terminals. Okay, but this is the input terminal. This is the input terminal. This is the input terminal, right? So here, what will happen? The wire will be connected from the left side. If it is set to the right, the wire will connect from the right side. If I go to your module, come here, you just need to click on this and there will be a drop down. So from this drop down, we need to select the respective terminal type. So what's the purpose of this particular thing, right? Let's say module info or module info output IO address. Okay, let's take a reference of this one. Mhm. Mhm. IAT. Yes. So what is the first terminal is used for? Module information terminal point wire left. Module info terminal point wire left. Module info and module info terminal point wire left, right? So we just set it. Now for the second, what is the second? So before switching from one to another, you should save the module. Okay, then you should switch. Otherwise, the information which you filled here or the changes which we have made here, we will lose them. So before switching from one module to another module, you should save this, save module, and then now we can switch to this IAD to see the details, right? Now we're having terminal point wire left, so we will add that one. Terminal point wire left. Okay. Then we can proceed for some another samples. Okay. Still, if we go without saving, it will given prompt, right? The current module has been modified. Do you want to save it before continuing? So yes, we want to save it. We don't want to lose the details which we have filled. Okay. Now we will add some input points, right? Input IO point wire left. So again, I'll go here, drop down, input IO point wire left. There will be one another input IO point wire left. input IO point wire left, right? And if you want to add some outputs to in the same module, then you can choose here output IO point wire right. Okay, so basically, if you are dealing with both input and output pins in the same module, then you should choose the output to the right, okay, and input to the left. So we added some input points, we have added some output points, we have added one module information point. Okay, let me save this, check one another. Where is IAD? Okay, over here. Great. Yeah, we are done, right? So we just make the last one as a model info input point wire left. Okay, this one is a terminal point wire left, and this one is a model info input IO point left. Oh, sorry, module, right? Module info input IO point wire left. Okay, done. So we have set the terminal types, and then you can make those terminals. It should be visible, or you can set different options available, right? When excluding unused or when including unused. When to show those terminals, right? And optional reprompt address, no. Then these options will help you if you want to break your module, okay, at a particular terminal. Okay, for example, if you want to break it at a 5, you can make this as a break after this terminal. So what will happen? You are able to insert half at one location, the other one is at a different location. Okay. So it will help us to break at this particular terminal. So at this moment, I'm just going to uncheck this. Okay. And save module, click on it, done. Now, next time when we try to insert it, we are able to insert it directly. Let me get that. Now I can insert the PLC directly from here as we learned. Okay, we can see, right, directly it is available. Rushank 1771, and this is the module which has the description which we have provided, right? We
Yes.
can say the terminal type, other things as it is, just click on OK and drop it. Yes, insert all pins, okay. The beginning address, let's choose it from the sample. See, automatically the wire has been connected. Now you can make changes to this. You can provide a description for each and every IO points, right? And
Mm.
yeah. Got an idea how you can make changes to
Yes, sir.
the PLC database.
Yes, yes.
Now the last thing remaining, which is related to the project database. So basically, project database is helpful to once you have done with your work, right? So what can you do? You can have a specific database for your project. So currently the database which is used by your project is, yeah, for the schematic. Okay, here itself. Okay, catalog lookup file we are able to see, right? Use component specific table, but the table has been used is this one where it goes a default catalog dot mdb. Okay, so this is the database used by the application. Okay, or for this specific project. Okay, cancel. But when you are delivering this project to the client, it is not necessary to give the whole database. So what can you do? You can have a project specific database. You can create a project specific database by reaching to the project tab. In the project tab, we are able to see there are some other tools. In the other tools, we are having that option, create a project specific catalog database, right? So there's the option, create a project specific catalog database. You just need to click on this.
Mm.
Okay. So existing catalog database, we are able to see it is default underscore cat dot mdb, right? And there is no
Okay.
secondary database. Now we are going to create a project specific catalog database and we are going to save it in the project folder, right? Yes, make it active projects default catalog file. So what will happen? Only what we can say, the whatever components we have used in our project, so or whatever catalog information we have used in our project, only that information is get saved. Okay, not the whole database,
Yes.
only related with the components which are there in the project. Okay, and it will be created at this particular location at D, right? Or you can keep it a separate. So I would like to keep it in the save project and I would like to make it active project default catalog file. If you don't want, you can set it to the different location. You just create it. Okay, later on you can use this as a secondary one. Okay, that is also another option. So what can we do? We can save it and we can use it as a secondary database. Okay, it is a better way for this particular place. But when you are delivering this project to the client, you should set it to the active project default catalog file. Okay, so currently we will save it here separate at this particular location. The database file will be get created. I just click on OK. Okay, the DB has been created. Now I can set uh, the database which we have created just now as a secondary database for this project, because the default one is, again, if we see, the default one is this one, default catalog mdb, right? So a secondary file I'm going to choose as a define a secondary catalog logo file for this project, right? So by browse, I will locate it to your folder. Let me first save the initial path, print screen. Now I can go to, yes. Mm, I think, okay, not here. Where is your batch? Here, right? So here we are able to see that database, right? Ocean underscore cat dot mdb. Open and okay. Okay, done. Now, if I go to the catalog browser in the schematic, I'm able to see the two databases. So currently the primary one is the one which we have seen, right? The default one, and there will be a secondary. The secondary one will have only
Yes.
the specific information. Okay, so this is not available, right? The one YM. But if we go to the primary, uh, yeah, I think it should be there, but we will check for others. Let me check it for push button. I'll just search randomly. No, no record matching for this found. For the secondary. Okay, so might be what had happened. The main catalog is not assigned to this because of the project specific catalog database. What had happened? The this is has been set as the default one. The database which we just have created, right? Where it goes dot mdb, right? So this is the uh, separate database, and I think this has been a project specific database. Okay, so if I delete one of them, Okay, it says it is in use. So I need to close the project and then I have to do that. So then you are able to use a primary database as the default database, and project specific database will be the secondary database. Okay. Otherwise, by default, now we are able to see that when we have created a project specific database, what had happened for this particular project, it is set the database as a primary database, right? Got an idea about this project
Yes, sir.
database? So once you do that, okay, so
Yes.
when you are practicing, what you will do, don't go for like making a project specific database for your current